Well, every time we heard on this ground that there is a lot of competition and probably, you know, competition is beating my business. There is always cost cutting happening across industry. There is always a way, there's always a mechanism wherein I am not able to fit my business out in the environment, right? And I think, answer to all these questions, where you're not able to make your margins and cash flows are not happening. Answer to all this question is, my only question comes back to you is, are you building a brand or are you still creeping and crying in your own front end, right? Hi, my name is Avik Sa, business studies and business coach consultant on overall as well. And I'm in this mission right now to help business owners like you, in specific micro, small, and medium business owners to build a scalable and a sustainable business way ahead as well. And the after going through a diving deep lessons on my own business journeys across four industries as such, and being into the management side of it, into being corporates as well, and then probably surrendering to all my global mentors. That's where I came to this learning, and it has been a big shift in belief when I came to understand that yes, this is all walked in the journey, and you only talk explore the journey more when you actually walk in the journey more equally as well. So I'll deep down all those golden nuggets in today's video, and I'll crystallize the entire thing for you, in this entire video, concentrating all my decades of journey and experience overall. So just to ensure that you are there till the end of this video so that you get the best out of it, and you never know which strategies or action points will help you to act on your business and implement that in your business equally well as well, right? So make sure that you are there till the end and get the best out of it to apply and implement as well. Towards the end, I'll also share you some of the best bonanza, to get right value add and address to your businesses. So make sure that you're there till the end to experience the entire grasp. So yes, I mean, like I was sharing, when it comes to the question of beating your competitors or probably getting beaten by competitors, there is no question as there is nothing called to beat your competitors and stuff like that. In fact, if you are very much core on your journey, what you are actually doing for your end client and environment and your environmental ecosystem, then there is no question of even look back or what your competitor is doing. So the only thing that you have to focus is essentially these 4 to 5 pointers that I will detail out. So the first pointer which comes in place is, how strong is your sales and distribution happening in the business? So when I say sales and distribution, basis on your business environment or basis on your business ecosystem. So whether you are into retail, into hospitality, into pharmaceuticals, into manufacturing, or into service-based business, basis on your model of business, you need to ensure that your sales and distribution channels are absolutely on to. So that can be the way you sell your products and services to different touch points. So that could be your channels, distributors, as so your dealers and distributors. It can be your channel franchisees for that matter as well. It can be also at a geographic level, at a physical level, in terms of different locations, cities, states wise, your store operating at different level. Or it can be also at a level where you are selling it more at a digital level, right? So these are various sales distribution channel levels where you can understand the scope of your services and how best you can spread it out, both in terms of expansion and also building your brand value, right? But it doesn't stop here, because even if even if it is something that is being built by your competitor equally as well, what brings this to the next pointer is, how strong is your marketing, on the ground, in terms of getting connected to the end client and customer. So when I say marketing, it's not about those 1,000 reels and 100 likes and comments. It's more on the ground. Well, of course, those exchange of emotions are critical, but it's more on the ground, how groundly you are connected with your clients and customers. And marketing is more on the ground, like there's a very well-known saying. It says, best known always beats the best. So how best known you are to your end client and customer. what is those core value and impact that you are able to add through your marketing message, and you are able to reposition yourself. You are able to make that attention shift of your client. You're also able to impact that enough value add to your client, environment. So, when you're able to do that consistently over a period of time, that's where you start getting those traction. You start getting those, attention, and you're genuinely there to contribute that impact and, uh, add value to the environment that you are reaching out. It doesn't matter. Your client can be a micro level business owner, or he or she can be a medium or a small level, business owner. It all matters is your, authority to build your positioning right, and your way of establishing those relationship right, and ensuring that you are able to connect those value add and make a strong, long lasting impact than just those real stories and flashy, entertaining messages for that matter, right? So when you're able to do that deep down again and again at a consistent level, that's where you grab the attention, the shift in attention, and people start buying you. Remember, it's not about your product and services that makes a difference. It's most important is people buy you as a person, or people buy you first and then they buy your services. Though it hurts a little salesy, but that's a strong message. Yeah. So it's what you stand for and what you are really bringing on the ground. I think that makes more difference, and this is where it has all to do with your marketing, messaging, and positioning yourself accordingly. That brings me to the third pointer as well, when considering beating your brand competitors for that matter, and building those and establishing the brand factor, is to ensure that you connect with the right audience. I think this is one of the very, very strong parameter where most of the influencers in today's day, considering so much noise in the digital space, right? They try to be so-called those flashy entertainer, and showing a big car or a kind of bungalow and a car and a gari and all that stuff. But I think that would not make that relevance. What really make that relevance is when you actually hit and reach to your right audience. And that all happens with your consistency, number one, with your authenticity, that's two. And most importantly, the ability to understand your client's concern and reflect back with the right solution services to impact that in their journey. So I think that is most critical. So you have to ensure that it's not about huge followers on your platform. Rather, it's more of the ground that you're hitting the right audience to make that result-oriented approach. I think so. What is more important here is that result-oriented approach, which definitely brings me to the fourth pointer. And I guess this is the most critical parameter to differentiate yourself as a brand, as a marketer, or as a brand. Most important is are you there to reflect on results, or are you there to just talk about yourself as in how good you are, what are some of the certifications that you have done. So how about, once on your clients and customer will go through your program, what are the certificates that they will receive? I mean, who cares, right? So what really matters is those results that you're bringing on the table, and that will only happen when you really work on those grounds. So example, if I talk about myself, so my core area to understand is essentially, so one of my program that I have is the business MBA, which is a 5 months, a very strong power back and accountability handling oriented program, which is specifically result oriented. And through that, it's essentially the initial interventions and bringing results through the journey, where it is deeply a hand-holding kind of an interaction, accountability driven system to get those initial results. So for me, it's more on the ground that what is your journey to get your revenue up? What is your journey to get your cash flow up? What is your journey to get your profitability up? What's your journey in terms of getting your your operations way up, right? What's your journey in terms of ensuring that your holistic goals are measured well and they are up as well? What's your people development system? What is your personal income? How much it has increased, or the job creation that has happened in your environment? What are some of those product innovation that has happened because of your intervention through my business coaching? So I think this is how I look at it when it comes to result-driven approach, right? And not just a flashy kind of entertaining channel where it is more of your you know noise in the market. Yeah. So I think when you work on these 4-5 parameters, so this comes down to the summarize the fourth point, which is more of a ground of a result-driven approach, and that's definitely differentiates your brand from so-called your competitors, or even for that matter, even if they do exist, right? And last but not the least is what's your actionables in terms of your remarketing and referral system as well. For that matter, for repurchasing strategies. So essentially, when your client finally trust your messaging, your positioning, and buy your services, by removing those shift in their resistance or removing the shift in their belief, and understanding your journey of congruent story, of your background congruent story, and the impact that you're bringing on the table. So with all the aspirations that you touch upon, so that's where what comes on the table is what is the next step or next actionable that you are putting it back to them in terms of repurchasing or remarketing actionables or strategies. So when I say remarketing or restructuring, it's very simple. The whole game of profitability or revenue generation is more on the ground that how many number of times the transaction is happening with your existing client, the repeat purchase is happening. If that is not happening, probably there's a big question on that, and you need to rethink on your business model, and you need to rework on your business model. So if you have to have some actionable, some layout, some strategy to ensure that there's enough remarketing and repurchasing strategy happening. Yep, you got it right. So when you got that happening, so that's where it makes a very, very massive difference and a very strong action points, right? So just ensure that you go through all this entire video again and again, because whatever I have shared completely with the with the approach of walk the talk of my own journey that I've lived in, across 4 businesses, and that's where I surrender to all my global mentors. And this is just to ensure that it is applicable across any business for that matter. So, like I said, if you stay till the end, there's a bonanza as well. So, I'm dropping and sharing the description box. I'm dropping my link as well, where if you resonate with the messaging that I mentioned, just ensure that you join the all the groups that's mentioned there, and that would help you to keep getting such power pack videos and insights to address the burning issues of your environment. And most importantly, you can also book a one-to-one call with me for a strategy call. So I'm giving this without any cost for a 30-minute call kind of. So I'll make it very soon chargeable in terms of this call. So if you really want a kind of a roadmap or an actionable or a strategy for a business for that matter, make sure that you hop in and you book your one-to-one call equally as well. So with that, with all these gifts that I will share, and do join my private Facebook group, because that will give you immense opportunity to be connected and keep getting such power pack insights and videos. So with that, Avik signing off here as of now, and look forward for the next power pack video insights. And also do let me know, comment below and share below as well, what are those next, some of the 2-4 videos or probably issues that you would like to get addressed when it comes to your business. So accordingly, that will also equally inspire me to shoot the next video equally as well. So with that, Avik signing off here as of now, and look forward for the next power pack insights and videos as well. Avik signing off here as of now. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye. Take care. Bye-bye.